Hey, what's going on, guys? Jason here, bringing you live meditation, yoga, wellness sessions every Tuesday and Thursday morning between 6:25 a.m. and 6:50 a.m. Pacific time. And thank you guys for tuning in. So today is going to be an incredible practice. We're actually going to dive into developing our own wellness practice today. So um, if you already have a wellness practice, just feel free in the comments to write wellness. That's awesome. I found for myself that developing a wellness pattern, some type of practices that we work with, has been tremendously beneficial in balancing our lives. So, in a lot of time, just to give a brief preface to, well, what is a wellness practice? And a wellness practice is really any type of pattern. Hey, what's going on? Tala, what's up? So if you're tuning in today, I'm just talking about what is a wellness practice. So if you're unfamiliar with wellness practice, you can feel free to write in the comments, what is a wellness practice? A wellness practice is a practice that develops our ability to be more in tune with ourselves. So as we continue to work together, um, we we build in developing our ability to kind of, like I said, balance where we're at in life. So I came up with three different, I would say they're mandatory, not mandatory, but they're guiding principles to developing a practice. So the first step is creating time for yourself. So if you are, a busy person, and most people that are coming across these teachings, these practices, they're busy people. Uh, you need to make time for yourself. So, and this time for yourself is usually time away from technology. So it's okay, well, I made this time for myself, but I am, just either scrolling through my phone, or I'm trying to do things that engage with other people. So if you are doing those activities, it can actually keep you away from establishing a strong wellness practice. So you really want to make this time for yourself where you're doing activities that are specific to you. So that's the first principle to a wellness practice. The second principle that I've developed to a wellness practice is is paying attention or listening to yourself, listening to your body, listening to your mind. So what does that even mean? Um, so throughout the day, there's plenty of stuff that we experience, plenty of stuff that happens, and most of these things, as I stated before, are unavoidable. So when we develop this wellness practice, we want to learn how to feel into our body. So it's not to say that everything that you feel in your body is true, or that if you have a feeling in your body, that is the ultimate thing. But ultimately, just as animals are very instinctual with paying attention to what's going on, or their sensations, likewise we have this innate ability, which unfortunately has been kind of undermined, where we feel something and then we don't pay attention to it, and then we feel it and then we don't pay attention to it, we feel it, we don't pay attention to it. As a result, whatever it is, it continues to grow. As a result of this growing, eventually it will continue to manifest in your life until it shows itself fully. So the thing is that that's not a bad thing. Ultimately, we need to allow ourselves to become very transparent in just understanding who we are, or what we want, or what makes us happy. And the more that we do this, it actually seems that we become more in touch with who we are and what we want in life. So The second principle of the practice is listening to yourself. So you want to make sure that you find this time. You want to make sure that you listen to yourself. Um, and that is tremendously important. And then the last aspect of this practice is developing consistency. So it's great and all if you guys go to a yoga class once and you're like, that was a great class. But if you never do it again, then as a result, you're not really receiving the benefits of these practices. So many of the benefits that we develop, and especially in managing with some of the really difficult things that may arise in life, it comes from our ability to be consistent. So, for instance, if you're driving in traffic and initially you're a type of person that reacts immediately, you're like, oh, this happened to me, and then you react, and then, oh, this happened to me, and then you react, and you keep reacting to the situation. Eventually, what will happen is your body reacts in that way, your mind reacts in that way, and it becomes a fixed pattern. So the incredible thing with our brains, and something that my teacher, Gary Weber, talks a lot about, is that our brains are actually constantly being rewired with different patterns. So it is true that many patterns that are in our brains, they are pretty strong. They may have been there for the duration of a lifetime, which could be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, even longer. So the thing is that knowing that our brains have the capability to continuously rewire, to continuously develop, this is tremendously important. So um, don't be discouraged if you found it difficult to be consistent. It develops over time. So like with anything, if you want to learn something new, take the time to learn it, and it will serve you many, many, many times in the future. So this is the little acronym TLC: tender love and care, creating time for yourself, allowing for yourself to listen to your body, and then lastly, being consistent with your practice. So these three things I've found to be tremendously important in my ability to develop a wellness-based practice, and I hope that they serve you. So let's dive right in. The one thing that I was thinking about would be cool to look in this video is starting with a diffuser. So I'm going to grab it out of the frame. So this little thing right here, this is called a diffuser. This is Young Living diffuser that I work with. It has been awesome. So typically the diffuser is great because the way the diffuser works is it diffuses these essential oils, which are, like I said in last video, so if you didn't watch last video, tune in, but I described a little bit about how to apply the essential oil, and now we're going to talk about how to diffuse the essential oil. So in working with diffusing the essential oil, you want to make sure that you have an oil that works for you. So typically, as I said, I use the Young Living brand, and I have 4 oils right over here. So starting with, I have peppermint oil. This is used for waking us up. I have the lemon oil. So lemon oil is used for also waking us up and good for circulation. It has this property called lemonese, which is very good for circulating the blood. We have lavender oil. This is a great calming oil, lavender oil. And then lastly, we have some grapefruit oil. So grapefruit oil is awesome because it's actually great for if you're feeling like somewhat under yourself in a way, like you're not feeling 100% like yourself. Using some grapefruit oil is incredible. It's really uplifting. So actually for today, I'm going to use grapefruit oil. So to start, what you're going to do, and you'll also need some agua, you'll need some water, and you'll start by taking off the top, so off the top of the diffuser, and then from here you place it on the side. Then you take off, there's a second top, you take it off, and then this is what the inside of the diffuser looks like. So what typically happens is when we plug in the diffuser, so I'll plug it into the port in the back. Okay, good. Is how it works is there's these ultrasonic, very low frequency wavelengths that actually help to diffuse the molecules of water and oil. So over time, it kind of is a light heating. I wouldn't say it heats per se, but it's a light kind of warm heating at the bottom where these sound pulsations, they separate the molecules and they allow them to diffuse upward. So we talk about diffusing because if you're in an environment where, let's say you have a lot of stress, or you just feel like you keep falling into the same pattern, it could be really helpful to have these oils. So the reason why I use grapefruit is because it's uplifting, but let's say it's the morning and you want to wake up, peppermint is a great oil. And if you are really stressed out, lavender oil is a great oil. So just make sure that if you're using these oils, you test them first, maybe place it on a tissue first, make sure that you don't have any reaction to the oil. Also, if you're in an environment with other people, make sure that they don't have a reaction to the oil. The idea is that the oils are, helpful, that you don't want to have the oils where they're causing issues to the body. So right now, just placing the diffuser down, taking the water, and then placing some of the water in the diffuser. So there's a red, in this diffuser in particular, there's a little red line right there. That's where you want to typically fill it to. So it doesn't need to be filled all the way to there, but it can be filled to a portion of the way to there. Okay. So filling it up, and then what you do is you can place the diffuser down, and I'd recommend using anywhere between, I would say, 5 to 7 drops of oil. So you can smell it. Start by smelling the cap. This is great. And then from here, we just start dropping. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll use 6 drops today. And then I'll place the cap back on. And then from here, I'll take the top. So this top unit helps to keep it within this small area so that the diffuser works. And then secondly, you'll have a second top, which you'll place on top. And then from here, you press the button and voila, it will begin diffusing. So as we use diffuser, the diffuser once again helps to expand the smell, so separate the molecules from the oil and the water, and it helps to dissipate the oil in whatever environment that you're in. So I can already smell it. It smells awesome, and it actually has a nice purple color. So I'll leave this right over here to my side. Excellent. And then, so that is a little preface on if you're considering using a diffuser, I strongly recommend picking up one, and they're awesome. So right now, let's do just a little bit of movement. So we did this in the other video as well, the video from Tuesday. Just let the neck roll right to left. So from right to left, from left to right. And the reason we do these movements is because it helps to create circulation in the body, just moving the neck around from side to side, stimulating the neck. And then maybe take your hand to one side, watch out for the diffuser. Take your hand to one side. Opposite hand comes to the opposite ear. So for me, my left hand is on my right ear. Just begin to pull the ear towards the shoulder. And lift the head and pull the ear towards the shoulder. Lift the head. Pull the ear towards the shoulder. Lift the head. Pull the ear towards the shoulder. Lift the head. Change opposite side. So hand comes to ear. Bring the ear to the shoulder and then bring it away. Bring the ear to the shoulder. Bring it away. Bring the ear to the shoulder. And really having these smells diffuse, bring it away one more time. Bringing the ear to the shoulder. Bring it away is really awesome for working with this. So now lift the shoulders up, release the shoulders down. Lift the shoulders up, release the shoulders down. Lift the shoulders up. So I can really smell that grapefruit. Release the shoulders down. Lift the shoulders up. Release the shoulders down. Also, if you use oils, please feel free to put in the comments section, I use oils, or what oil that you like best. So now just taking your hands to one side. So I chose the left side, lifting the chest, looking towards your left. Twisting is really great for the spine, especially actually in both the morning and the evening, because it stimulates the spine, but it actually helps to relax the nervous system as well. Breathing. Relaxing, breathing, relaxing, breathing, relaxing, breathing, relaxing, and then taking the other side. Another thing I wanted to add about the diffuser is that if you have any issues with sleeping, grabbing a 100% therapeutic grade of lavender oil and diffusing that, maybe 5 to 8 drops for about an hour. An hour is a good amount of time to diffuse. It can be really beneficial. So having that diffuser, once again, just making sure that, you know, if there's somebody else in the environment, that they're okay with the diffusing. Sometimes some people like the smell, sometimes people don't. So really lifting the chest, softening the eyes, breathing in, releasing, breathing in, releasing, breathing in, releasing. And then from here, pressing the palms forward, taking the hands up towards the ceiling, any amount, and then bringing the hands over to your left, coming back to center, bringing the hands over towards your right, to center, taking the fingers, bringing the fingers up like this, extending them up, interlace, left, center, right, center, left, center, right, center. Very good. And then from here, rolling the shoulders forward. And then lifting up, lifting the chest. And rolling the shoulders forward. And lifting the chest. And rolling the shoulders forward. And any of these practices that we're doing and lifting the chest can be done in a chair. I'm sitting on a pillow right now, rolling the shoulders forward. Lifting the chest. Very good. Any of them can be done in a chair, so don't think that they need to be done on the ground. You could take one arm, you could cross it over, begin to circle the fingers around. And that's actually, I worked at a desk job for many years. So keeping your limbs limber can be really beneficial. So especially if you're typing all day, if you're sitting in a chair all day, doing any of these practices, it doesn't have to be for long. It could be for 5 minutes. It could be for 8 minutes. And then the opposite side. So the idea is that as we work with the body, we can begin to free it of some of the tension that builds when we're not paying attention to it. And the other side, very good. Okay. All right, and then from here, we'll do a minor meditation. So just close the eyes. Let the breath become long and slow. And in the belly, just imagine a simple orb of light yellow in color, expanding. And on the exhale, remaining that way and expanding. And remaining that way. The reason we focus on the belly and expanding and remaining where it is and expanding and remaining where it is, continuing this breathing in and out of the belly, is because the belly helps to root us to the earth. So in most of the Eastern practices, as I've shared, and if you'd like, watch the video on Zazen, intro to Zazen. So having those practices can be really beneficial. Breathing into the belly, it helps to center us, it helps to ground us, and then letting go, breathing into the body. It also helps to keep our attention focused in the present moment. Letting it go. Breathing into the belly. Letting it go. Breathing into the belly. Letting it go. And when you're with other people, this is an amazing part of these practices. When you're with other people, you could breathe into the belly. Let's say you're in a situation that could be somewhat stressful, just breathing into the belly and letting it go. And breathing into the belly and letting it go. Breathing into the belly. Letting it go. Breathing into the belly. Letting it go. Today's practice, it actually can be done in the morning, it can be done in the evening. So if you do it in the morning, maybe use some peppermint oil to wake up. If you do it in the evening, maybe use some lavender oil to go to sleep. Relaxation is extremely beneficial to us. Breathing into the belly. Letting it go. Breathing it into the belly. Letting it go. So, as we come to the close of today's practice, as often, I like to end with a chant. So this chant is called Krato smara krutam smara, and it means doer of actions, please remember. To whom the deeds are done, please remember. I found this chant to be really beneficial, and I'll chant it. It is about moving deeply within yourself and allowing your inner self to guide you. So let your eyes be closed, let the breath be soft. If you'd like, you can repeat the chant with me internally. I'll keep a note in the description section of the video so you can listen to it. Krato smara krutam smara Krato smara krutam smara Krato smara krutam smara Krato smara krutam smara. So, thank you so much, guys, for tuning into today's video. My name is Jason. I do this every Tuesday and Thursday between 6:25 a.m. to 6:50 a.m. Please feel free to share in the comments your experience. If you have a self-care practice, maybe write one thing that you enjoy about self-care. It could be, peace. It could be happiness. It doesn't have to be a whole sentence. It could be literally one word. Relaxation, joy. If you like these videos, it really, really helps to click the like button, to subscribe if you want to continue to future videos, to share the videos with your friends, and keep keep working. If you guys need any help with developing your own self-care practice, I am here. Just write in the comments, I have a question. I wanted to learn about this, or I wanted to learn about that. Ideally, as we move together, we'll both develop a self-care practice that's stronger, that is more alive, that continues to grow each day. So thank you so much, guys. Have a pleasant, restful week, and just enjoy self-care. Namaste. Thanks, yogis. Thank you.